Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. I live in Houston, Texas, and I am doing Vlogmas this year. I'm really excited, but also nervous because I do have a full-time job and this is kind of a big commitment to do a video every day. I don't know if I'll be able to go all the way till Christmas because we're gonna be going to Alabama to visit my husband's family. I think we're gonna leave on the 19th, so I'm gonna try to do at least up until then and then see what I can do while I'm at their house. But this is the first video. I'm so excited. I have never really done like a daily vlog like this. I'm probably just gonna ramble on and hopefully you guys are okay listening to that. But I just got home from work. Like I said, I do work full-time. I work in HR, so it's never a dull moment. There's always something different going on there. It is 5:06 right now. So it's 5:06 right now. My husband's gonna come home in a little bit and then we're gonna go work out together in our garage. We have a lot of equipment out there and we do the Beachbody on-demand workouts. So we'll go work out. I think today is a leg day, so it's been kind of difficult. And then we have a walk. Our walk is about 1.25 miles. We do like a little loop around the neighborhood. We take our dog Rebel with us. He really enjoys that time. And then I'll come back. Adam and I will shower. And probably not gonna wash my hair tonight since I'll be washing it again tomorrow when I wake up to go to work. And then I'll make dinner. But tonight I'll have kind of an easy dinner because I already made tamales this past weekend, which was so much fun. Me and my sister really knocked them out quickly. We actually made some turkey tamales as well, some leftover turkey, so that was kind of cool. And she made some jalapeno and cheese ones, which I cannot eat because anytime I have jalapenos, it makes me burp. Or not burp, hiccup. It makes me hiccup like really, really bad and it doesn't go away for a while. So I'm gonna do tamales tonight for dinner. I'm just gonna reheat some of those, but I'm also gonna make a Tex-Mex enchilada gravy as well as a chili con carne. So like two different types of sauces to go on top with just some cheddar cheese. Almost like put those in the toaster oven to heat up with the sauces on top of them. And then I think I'm gonna do like a small little like side salad or dinner salad next to it. After Thanksgiving, we had so many leftovers. I didn't have any room in the fridge, so I didn't do my regular grocery haul and meal plan like I normally do. I think after today, I'll probably have to go to the grocery store Thursday. I might go tomorrow, but I have company coming over. One of my Beautycounter consultants on my team is gonna come by. We're gonna work through some stuff together so I can kind of show her some stuff side by side. And I might go to the grocery store after that because I don't really have any food for the rest of the week planned out. And normally if you've been following along with my channel, I do tons of grocery hauls. I'm always at the grocery store or picking up groceries and meal planning. Meal planning is what I truly love to do. I'm actually working on an ebook right now for you guys about my meal planning method. And that's a work in progress. You'll probably see some of that during Vlogmas this year. And yeah, so today I just wanted to kind of say, hey, I'm doing Vlogmas and just kind of give you a rundown of kind of how my evenings go. I think that these videos are gonna be primarily evening videos just because I don't have a lot of time during the day because I work. On Saturdays, I think they may be like longer videos, Saturdays and Sundays, because I'll have more time to actually show you guys more stuff. But I'm just gonna quickly get the mail and the packages that we got delivered. We always have something coming from Amazon, and look, Rebel's like looking at me. He's like, oh, let me in. Rebel, he's excited. He's like, oh, let me out. Just have a package from Amazon here. I don't know what it is. Okay, so this is just kind of the layout of the entryway. The only thing I've really done so far is I put out this cute little Christmas tree. This is actually a gift from one of my neighbors when I was really young. She passed away and I got to select this from some of her items, and I would always have so much fun as a kid coming over to her house and plugging it in. So you can see there's definitely like a couple of these things missing here, but you know, I still love it. So it's the first thing I put out, and it has like a really old plug, so you have to actually plug it in. The little clicky thing on it doesn't work anymore. So for here, I'm gonna just add a couple more pieces, trees and things like that to decorate with. And then in here in the stairwell, I will do something in the corner. I have some cute little sleighs, and I will add some books in there and then do a taller little tree there also. And the biggest area that I have to actually decorate is the dining room. So the dining room table is not extended right now. It comes apart and extends out even further. So I had the chairs pulled back. I tried to get down there and do it. I need Adam's help to pull it apart and actually do that. And then I'm gonna put this runner on top. That's why I have to pull it apart, because this runner is actually, it's from Crate & Barrel and I got it last year. It's actually 144 inches. So it's really, really long, but I love the color of it. It's basically the same color on either side and it is perfect. So I love this. It's a great grass cloth, I think. They had a couple different colors, but I just got this really neutral one so I could just build different things on top of it. But the problem is it doesn't really look all that great unless the table is completely extended. Then I can like actually lay it out, because it's so long, and if the table isn't extended then it ends up hanging down like kind of like there. So it's not cool. When it's extended it hangs down hardly at all. So I have to get the table extended so I can start that. Just got back from my walk with Rebel. Turns out Adam's gonna be working late tonight, so we're just gonna do the workout tomorrow morning, which I actually prefer to get up in the morning because I don't like to cram all this stuff into my evening. I feel like there's always so much to do with like making dinner and just like wanting to relax after work. I feel like I'm personally like spent after work, like I'm done with everything. So I'm not mad about it, but I know Adam is like, we have to do the workout. So we're gonna get up tomorrow morning and do the workout so we can stay on track. Since I have a friend coming over tomorrow, I won't be able to do it tomorrow night instead. So we gotta push it to the morning instead of tomorrow afternoon, which is perfectly fine with me. But I just got back from the walk and it wasn't as cold as I thought it was gonna be. It's actually like right at 60 degrees right now, which is, it's great. It's great weather for Texas, but like I think it was like 40 this morning or something. So definitely kind of surprised that it's already like, that it's 60 right now. So I'm like a little sweating. But I had one of those walks, like if you have a dog, like let me know down in the comments below, like does this happen to you? Because like some days I feel like the walk is like super easy and there's like no obstacles or anything. It's just a breeze, everything's smooth. Today was not one of those walks. Like first there was like a dog as soon as I walked out of my front door. The dog that lives across the street, I think his name is Roofy, was just standing in the driveway staring at us, like off a leash. And I was like, great, this dog is out. And the dog is bigger than my dog is. So I kind of like just stood there and waited. The other neighbor walked by, I waved at that neighbor. And then a little girl came out from the backyard and yelled, Roofy, like come over here. And so then finally that dog ran back in the yard because he was like starting to growl at us because like seeing my dog, he was like, oh, I can take this dog. So that was like an indication, I guess, from the beginning that it wasn't gonna be an easy walk. So then we get going, we're like halfway, maybe like a third of the way through. And then we come up on this other lady walking her dog going the same direction we are. But she's going substantially slower than I am because when I walk, I play bingo on my Fitbit. Like I have a Fitbit here. This one's kind of old, but it tracks your steps and your activity minutes, and there's this game on the Fitbit that's like called Bingo. I think it's only like on the premium Fitbit, but my friend Courtney will always add me to like groups, and like we do one each month. So today is the first day of the month. We started a new bingo for the whole month. And it's like you just have to get the pattern or whatever by flipping over the tiles. Well, I just think it's like so much fun. So I'm always trying to like hold the leash in one hand while still swinging my arm, and then also like playing bingo on my phone. It's probably really dangerous, but it's normally easier when Adam's on the walk with us, so like it's normally not that big of a deal. I'm like, here, take the leash, I'm playing bingo. So I see this other lady walking, she's walking really slowly, and so I'm like, okay, do I like stop and wait for her to like go farther down, because her dog keeps turning around looking at us, and I'm like, okay, I can't just keep playing this game with this dog. So then I go like a different direction for a little bit, then I come back thinking, okay, hopefully we haven't caught up to her yet. And like she was still going really slow and we almost did catch up to her, but now I know where she lives, so next time I'll know like, okay, she went into that house, so I can like kind of like keep track of it. Because I was like, I hope I don't like it. Sometimes when I have like a poop bag and a leash and my phone, I like don't want to pass another person while I'm walking, because Rebel is pretty heavy and he really can yank me sometimes. I think he's like 70 pounds, and so he can definitely yank me. And I also just never know how that other dog is going to react. I was in our neighborhood one day and actually got not attacked by another dog, but a dog lunged at me and Rebel very aggressively. And luckily they've moved away since then. But It was really scary. I was like shaking and like crying afterwards because the dog was off the leash and just like mean growling. Like think about like the growl of like that dog in the Sandlot, just like, I'm gonna eat your face. That's how this dog was. And it was so scary. I called Adam afterwards like shaking, like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this just happened in our neighborhood. So I'm always like leery of like when I'm walking with Rebel by myself, like there's like certain things I can and can't do. So that was the second thing. The third thing was I came up around the corner where like all these kids live on the same street and they're always like riding their bikes around, like no big deal, whatever. Well, I turn the corner and 3 of the boys are throwing the football, you know, like a little triangle, whatever. I'm like, cool. I'm just gonna stay to the left of them because I know this yard and Rebel normally stays on the left side of that road anyways. Well, I'm starting to stay to the left and I look up and this lady has this huge dog, one of these like horse-sized dogs. She has 2 of them in our neighborhood, and every time that we walk by her or near her, she pulls her dog all the way up into somebody else's driveway to wait for us to pass. I think that her dog just like gets a little excited around other dogs and she doesn't know how, same the way I felt about that first lady, she doesn't know how her dog's gonna react or how my dog's gonna react, so she always like pulls her dog away. And so I'm like, great, I can't go over there. So I have to like go around these guys and they're like, oh yeah, sure ma'am, you can come over here. And I'm like, thank you. And I'm like walking behind them while they're throwing their football. They paused and waited for me and everything. But afterwards I was like, geez, this has been like so eventful. Like what else can happen? So I turn the corner and an 18-wheeler is on our street, which like it's a neighborhood, like there's not very many streets around here. So I had no clue like why there was an 18-wheeler coming down the street and going way too fast. I'm talking like it's 30 miles an hour in the neighborhood. He had to have been going like 35, which for an 18-wheeler going 35 miles per hour down the street on a street that has like these low-hanging like live oak trees, like I was like, that is not good. And then I was like waiting for him to see me and he saw me and that was good. So he kind of moved over, but there's not that much room to move over. And then there's a stop sign. He just like ran the stop sign and just like whipped it around. I was like, I don't know what's going on today. I don't know if it's because it's like the first day of the month, there was a full moon yesterday, or like if it was because I was walking earlier than usual, because normally we'll do the workout and then go on the walk. I don't know what it was, but it was an eventful walk, so I'm really glad to be home now. But also, Rebel really needed that walk because tomorrow it's going to be raining here and he won't be able to get outside all day really, except just to go pee, and then we'll have to like dry his paws off and stuff because with the tile floor in here, it's everywhere and it can like get so messy so quick. But yeah, so now that I'm back from the walk, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start dinner. I might start decorating the table and seeing if I can get it like pulled out at the same time. Adam just said like go ahead and do whatever you need to do without me tonight because I don't know what time I'm gonna be home. He just has like these ebbs and flows of his job where like sometimes it's really busy and sometimes it's not at all, which is nice I guess because of the workload isn't like constant. He's not constantly staying late, but at the same time it's like I sometimes don't know what to expect. It's like when he says like, hey, I'm gonna be late, I'm like, okay, is it like 30 minutes or is it like an hour? Like, do I need to cancel all the plans? Like, what are we doing here? So I called him and he was like, I just don't know. And I'm like, okay, well, if you don't know, then I'm just gonna go ahead and walk the dog and we'll move the workout and whatever we need to do. So I think now I'm just gonna go ahead and make like the chili con carne and the enchilada gravy and then just like leave it on the stovetop and then probably start doing some dishes and then maybe clean up the house a little bit while we wait for Adam to get home. And then I'm going to decorate the dining room table. So I have at least something done because I have all those boxes in there and I'm just trying to like tackle it a little bit at a time. But again, when you work full time, it's like, okay, it's the weekend when you have to do it, or there's like only so many hours after work. And especially in Houston, like I know like if you live in a city where it's not very big and you can like get anywhere in like 10 minutes, like it's not how it's like here. Like I think it takes me like 15 minutes to get to work, which is like nothing compared to like what other people have or what I personally have driven before. So like 15 minutes to get to work and like 25 minutes to get home. So it's like then I lose 25 minutes there, and Adam's the same way, sometimes a little bit more in the evenings, which is perfect. And that's honestly why we picked this house, because it was so close to both of our jobs. But it's not something that's like, we definitely do not take it for granted because we've both had like 45-minute and hour commutes before this. So we strategically picked this house. But I guess what I mean is like when you want to do an errand after work and you live in Houston, even if you live close to your house, you may not live close to where you have to go for your errand. So like if I wanted to go to the grocery store after work and like actually go to the grocery store and not just like pick up curbside, that's all I'm doing that evening. Like that's the only errand I could possibly run because of how long it'll take me of traffic to get in and out, how busy the grocery store is every day. And it's just, that's what everybody else is doing. Everybody else is doing stuff after work. So it just becomes so difficult to do much after work if you're not just doing things at home. So it's like you have to kind of plan all your larger errands on the weekends and just like knock them out like Saturday morning before everybody's awake. And then during the week, you just can't really do many errands after work unless that you want that to be your whole evening. So it's just like a big city life. Neither Adam or I are from Houston, so it's just, it took a lot of adjusting to do. We've been here 6 years now, I think, separately. We moved about the same time. We didn't know each other then. But yeah, I think most of these vlogs are gonna be just like what I'm doing for the next, between now and Christmas. I'll probably show you guys some gifts that I bought people, wrapping. I love to make bows. I'll probably show you guys some of that, decorating and things like that, but really just getting to know like more about what I do every day, what my life is like, and just seeing another perspective. I do not think I'm gonna do very many like planned videos because to me that takes up so much more time, and if I'm gonna put out a video every day, like I said, there's not a lot of time if you live in Houston once you factor in commutes and all the other things that take away time from your day, especially because I have a very traditional job. I don't get to go to work really early and come home early is either. It's just I have to work when I have to work. Sometimes it's after regular hours like Adam is doing right now. So I think in order to make Vlogmas work for me, this is going to be how I have to do it. But I really appreciate you guys coming along and watching, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the chili con carne that I'm making and then probably close it out for the day. So this is what the chili con carne looks like. It has about 10 more minutes left to just simmer, and basically during that time it's just gonna have the flavors all meld together. Like nothing crazy is gonna happen between now and then to change what it looks like now. Probably soften the onions up a little bit. I followed the recipe to a T, but I just tasted it. I think it needs a little bit more salt. That's probably because I use the pink Himalayan salt and sometimes it's not as salty as other salt. There are some big pieces of onion in here too that I'm hoping will soften down, and I tried to let the beef stay pretty large and not just like smash it up so that it would have nice large pieces on top. Basically what my plan is I'm going to take these tamales out of the corn husks, lay them on the sheet pan, top it with some chili con carne, and then add some sharp cheddar cheese to the top, and then I'm just going to run it in the toaster oven for like 10 to 15 minutes just to like heat everything up. And that's just going to be kind of like how they serve the tamales in a restaurant. So we'll probably have a little side salad with it. We're not really that big of fans of rice and beans. So that's going to be dinner tonight. And then I did want to show you guys what I'm doing in here. So I've kind of started working on the dining table. I went ahead and pulled it out myself. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's kind of like some glitter here still. And that's from last year. So when I pulled out the leaf, I guess, from the bottom, that's what it looked like. And I was like, oh, great. I really don't like glitter, but that's what comes of Christmas. So as you can see, like now the runner just hits barely above where someone would be seated. And then I only have 3 chairs on each side. I do have an extra chair here and here. But last year I kind of experienced that it seemed like everybody was really crowded when I put all 4 chairs on the side, and I think that's because of where the leg is here. So I don't know if I'm gonna get different chairs or not. I think these are actually more like outdoor chairs, but I got them at a garage sale for a local high school. They're Pottery Barn though, so it was a great steal for all of them. But I think that if we redo our patio outside, I might take these out there instead. And then here is kind of all the decor. I just kind of have it loosely out here. I'm probably gonna like play around with it over the next few days and change some things. So I have this garland that's really old. I don't know where I got it from. And last year my sister glued some of these little like ornament things on here, and we frosted it slightly. We might add more frost this year once it's laid down. I have this cute little like heavy duty actually crate and barrel a reindeer. And I like to put that here. And then on the other side of the table, I have another reindeer that I got this one from Hobby Lobby, but I had a hard time finding like 2 or 3 or multiples of these because a lot of them at Hobby Lobby had the antlers actually broken off. So I didn't get more of those this time. Then I just grabbed this little bag of logs, also from Hobby Lobby. I have this candlestick holder. I'll put some candlesticks in there. And then I have this one over here. These are both kind of like wedding presents that we got. And then I'm just gonna try to like lay out the garland to where all of the pine cones are showing, but it's not super, like there's a lot of garland here, so I'm probably gonna like rearrange this section to kind of spread it out more. And then this tree also at Hobby Lobby, and this tree at Hobby Lobby, this larger tree I got at Hobby Lobby. But then I went to the home store, I think it's just called Home, and I actually got another one just like this. It's a little bit smaller, so they have this at the home store as well, and at Hobby Lobby. But you know, there's always coupons at Hobby Lobby, so you can get it off, price off if you want to. And some of them actually, I don't think I got the one for this one, but some of them will have like, no, this one doesn't do it. Some of them like this will actually light up and they have a little battery pack inside. So I think I have another one like that. But this is kind of what it looks like for now. And then I will put the placemats, which I'm going to use these like wicker baskets out here on each little spot. And then I'll put the napkins. I'll use white napkins. I have white, and then I think I have a gray and a red as well, but I'll use the white for this table. And then over here I have my cute little napkin holders. Also reindeer. My like whole house is done in kind of like a winter forest, like hunter's winter forest sort of thing. So lots of like trees and reindeer and like frosted things and like things you would find actually in the woods. So I have these cute little, let's see if it'll focus, cute little reindeer. There they are. I love these. They're so cute. Napkin holders. These are the specialty ones I have, and other specialty ones I have are some fall ones, but in general, this is my box of napkin ring holders. And I would recommend that if you are starting out your home, that you just kind of go for the basics. And this is kind of what I've done here. I think I have 12 or 14 of each one. I always like to get a little bit of extra because this table does seat, I guess, 10. So that's right, I have 12 of all of the napkin rings in case one of them gets scuffed up. I'll throw it away. So I kind of get a couple extra, like this one has a little black spot. That bead's a little black right there. But yeah, anywho. So I have silver, then I have gold, which I haven't used these before because I have the tags on them still. And then I have rose gold. So if you are just starting out, I would definitely recommend that you only get a couple colors and get something very neutral that can go with everything. So if I'm gonna do a gold, I'll do this. If I'm gonna do silver, this would work for like 4th of July even, or any holiday that you can use silver with, this would work for that. So I just would definitely recommend that. I like to use these rose gold ones a lot. I think they work really well with things. But that is kind of my regular box of napkin rings. And then I have these, and then I have the fall ones that are just like autumn leaves. So that's what it's looking like. I will definitely post some more photos to my Instagram when it's completely done. So you should follow me over on Instagram. I'll put that down here for you so you can see it. And I'm excited. Well, thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate it. And like to end this video with a little bit of Christmas since this is Vlogmas. So I hope you will like this video as well as subscribe so you can see the rest of the Vlogmas stuff that I'm doing as well as the rest of the decorations in my house. Have a great day.